Hey everybody, Nick Kangatis here, and we're back again with another article to go through with you guys. And I saw this yesterday, and I thought it was hilarious. I haven't even read through it yet, but we're gonna break it down a little bit for you. Josh is here with me.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
It's nice to be here.
And we're gonna talk about now. I don't usually use this outlet, but the Mirror is kind of more of a tabloid.
Yeah.
But this whole article, the headline alone, it just intrigued me. So I figured we would talk about it today. And this is only for YouTube, Rumble, and BitChute. So thank you guys for subscribing to us if you are subscribed to us on those outlets.
Yes, thank you very much.
And you know, we did a couple of live streams on Facebook earlier today, but this is just for the video platforms. So we want to thank you guys for your support. So let's just get right into it. The Mirror has male worker sues female boss who told him to man up in woman-dominated firm.
I love it.
How the tables have turned. And you know what?
Literally.
Here's my first thought. When I saw this headline, my first thought was, I hope he's doing this ironically. Like, I hope he's not actually feeling like he was
right.
sexually harassed or whatever.
Right.
I was hoping he was doing this to prove a point. So
that's what I'm hoping as well.
Neither of us have read this, so we're going to experience this for the first time with you guys. So let's just go right into it. The sub headline here is, a judge found Daniel Price has an arguable case for sex bias after alleging extreme discrimination against males at a laboratory where he was told to go away during girls-only conversations. See, but like, here's the other part. So I really hope he's trolling, because because like for most conversations, yeah, I don't mind if a girl tells me to go away if you and your girls are having a conversation.
It's private time.
Like, here's the thing, and ladies, I love you and everything
very much,
but
oh no, what's he gonna say?
But like, here's the thing: if you are having a conversation that is more suited for females, I'm perfectly fine with you just having it with your female friend, because honestly, I'm not going to be able to contribute much to that conversation. Now, if it's a conversation you're having with a female friend and it's not about anything that's particularly female or exclusive to the two of you, like, then I might be like, why are they asking me to go away? But normally, I'm like, go away? Yeah, go ahead. You guys got it. Go ahead. Talk about whatever you want. So let's see if he was being ironic, if this guy was being ironic, or if he was actually feeling like he was harassed.
Well, we're going to find out.
I guess we're going to find out.
Oh, no.
A laboratory scientist is suing the woman-dominated firm where he worked, claiming that his female boss told him to, quote-unquote, man up.
Now, that's just sexual harassment right there.
I'm triggered. Daniel Price alleges that extreme discrimination against males made the company a toxic workplace. He claims that his manager, Ashley Knowles, told him men are less organized and that he was repeatedly ordered to go away during girls-only conversations. I can tell you that in some aspects of my life, I would completely agree with that. Men are less organized. But in other aspects of life, like my hobbies and stuff like that, I am meticulously organized. I mean, we can go through my movie collection and everything. Not only do I have my movies arranged in alphabetical order, I have them arranged by genre as well. So yeah. When it comes to things that I'm passionate about, I'm very organized. But I can understand where sometimes a woman might say that men are less organized.
I kind of see, I still don't know if he's trolling or truly has hurt feelings about this. Either way, I'm kind of excited to find out. But what I'm really hoping this is it's kind of like a proof by contradiction, right? In logic, what you'll do is you'll assume it's true, and then you'll follow it until you find that it is just wrong. Mm-hmm. So I kind of see what this guy's hopefully doing, where he's doing all the things these woke leftists like will straight up do. Like, you could easily turn that around. I was told to go away. Men were talking about whatever. I was told to go away, and that well, I'm not as good as them, or whatever crazy
Sure.
stuff like that. But as long as he's turning it around and everyone sees how ridiculous this actually goes, because a lot of this is just regular talk.
Oh yeah.
Just regular stuff, Yeah, it doesn't need to have a big hubbub, but as long as you kind of say, look, this is just how it is, and if we keep going down this rabbit hole, I don't know.
Well, let's get back in the article here. Let's see. Mr. Price says he was the only worker instructed to carry boxes, being told, because you're a man. Now, here's the thing.
Again,
okay?
it's fair, though, right?
It's fair, but then don't tell me you want to be equal with me.
No, certainly not.
Because, listen, you are equal in terms of counting as a human being.
Oh, yeah.
But in terms of maybe physical strength or whatever else, women might have certain advantages over men.
They're more organized.
Yes, just as men have certain advantages over women. People just need to admit that the sexes are different.
I mean,
that's all there is to it. That's the only crux of the problem, is that the people who are critics and everything, they can't, for some reason or another, they can't admit that yes, men and women are different.
It almost feels like opposites attract is kind of like a global kind of law.
Well, it's not even, you don't even have to say global. It's a human kind of basic nature, human
down
nature.
to magnets.
Yeah, like boil it down to its simplest, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
So he once refused due to a hernia, but was ordered to, quote, man up and get on with it. It's only a few boxes, a tribunal heard. Now,
Maybe this guy isn't trolling.
Now, here's the thing, okay? Now, if he was like a janitor or a utility guy that worked in the building, then yeah, man up and get on with it. It's only a few boxes.
Sounds like
this
they're all
guy is
scientists.
a laboratory scientist, and they're talking down to him as if like, oh, you stupid man, just
A laboratory scientist with a hernia, no least.
Continued, Mr. Price was dismissed last May after 16 months with food test specialist pick in Ebb Vale, South Wales. If I got that wrong, excuse me. An employment judge in Cardiff ruled he has an arguable case for sex discrimination and ordered a full hearing.
I love it.
The tribunal heard that lab manager Miss Knowles said of a new appointment, more than likely it'll be a girl, as women tend to be better and more organized in the lab. So you're just proving the case. You're just proving his case. When you're confronted... when you're confronted with your own sexism, and yes, women can be sexist against men, and black people can be racist against white people, just as white people can be racist against black people. It goes every way. It's just people don't want to admit that. And she just proved this guy's case. Like the judge said he has an arguable case. Well, it's not even arguable anymore if the woman who's the lab manager in charge of and hiring people says more than likely it'll be a girl, as women tend to be better and more organized in the lab. And what did he just say earlier? He said that he claims that his manager, Ashley Knowles, told him men are less organized. So it's almost like she took his words and she proved his case for him in talking about who she's going to hire.
It's straight up if we had like a driving instructor school and then there was one female, right? And then they made comments like, oh, women can't drive. Could you imagine the outrage? And then she got fired. And then the straight up comment from the driving instructor academy was, well, we all know women can't drive. Like, that's straight up what we're reading here. And it's a laugh when you do it the other way, isn't it?
Of course. She then allegedly told Mr. Price, you're lucky to have your job, as everyone was shocked that it was a guy being employed. We normally only employ females because men are less organized. She keeps proving his point over and over with every sentence.
I mean, that's just toxic femininity.
There's a little bit more here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought
that was the end.
it, but
let's keep going.
Mr. Price said she once threatened him with disciplinary action for insubordination after he told her tasks should not lie solely with him because he was a man. He also claimed she informed staff of his one-time refusal to carry boxes, saying this led to a tense work environment. Mr. Price said another female employee also subjected him to discrimination. He told of several occasions when he was told to go away as he tried to enter an office.
Jeez.
Reasons and comments allegedly included were talking woman stuff, and you're a man. You don't need to be listening to this.
Holy crap.
It's almost like an Amazonian kind of like Wonder Woman, women only.
They've been taken over by
or something in this lab, and they accidentally, for some reason, hired a guy when they clearly hate men.
They're run by feminazis.
Oh my god! Like,
At first I wondered,
it's clear.
Is this an organization that like was supposed to be all female, but then they lost an argument and had to hire a male? Or I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. By reading the story, we still don't know whether this guy did it ironically or if he legitimately felt harassed. Because if you read all this stuff, even the comments from the people who he's alleging these things against, it's like they're proving what he's saying is absolutely true. They're proving they hate men, essentially. So let's finish this up. Miss Knowles allegedly told him as he tried to go into an office last May, "This conversation isn't for you to hear, girls only." 2 days later, he was fired. An unfair dismissal claim was thrown out as he had not been at the firm for 2 years.
Yeah, what? One year and 11 months.
Peak Laboratories, I'm guessing that's how you say it, deny the allegations and are challenging the case. How can you deny the allegations when the comments we literally have from this woman right here prove his point? More than likely it'll be a girl, as women tend to be better and more organized in the lab.
We do have
it's like
to
you're lucky to have your job, as everyone was shocked we hired a guy.
We all do have to be fair, though. All of this isn't direct quotes from her. This is all allegedly from what Mr. Price has said.
Yeah.
But
The
still,
tribunal-
I'm
the
waiting for
tribunal.
the courts.
Yeah, the tribunal who is overhearing this heard that lab manager Miss Knowles said of a new appointment. So
Oh, I misread that. Wow.
so allegedly she said
that
these
one was
things.
true.
But the tribunal is the one that is reporting what she's saying. So
Yep.
so if it's a tribunal, is that like a court? Is that like an official record where they're quoting what she actually said, or is it just somebody from the tribunal?
Yeah, I'm a
who
little.
is saying that this person said these things. So there's just a lot of, as I said,
This is why we don't use mirror.co.uk.
Well, no, I don't usually use the mirror, but the headline was just
so
I
enticing.
couldn't believe it, and
It
I was just like,
worked.
oh, I haven't read this, and I'm going to wait to read this, and I hope this guy is being ironic. I really hope he's being ironic and not.
But you know, at this point, it feels like both things we talked about. It does sound like the place is run by feminazis, but also you've still got to bring it out there. You know, you've got to sue for these things to have some sort of pushback against this woke leftness.
And listen, folks, when he's talking feminazis, we're talking modern third wave feminist, fourth wave, whatever wave they're on right now. It's not so much about equality as we've seen by their refusal to want to be in the draft along with men. It's more about we hate men now.
Yeah, I'm not talking about people who are feminists for women's right. Everyone should be equal. There's no reason not to be.
Nobody has a problem. And here's the thing: classical feminists who are like the suffragettes and everything, they were more
Good on ya.
They were more conservative than
Oh
anything
yeah,
else.
most of them were in the Republican Party.
And around the 1960s, when society really began to start changing, when the progressive mindset and all that really started taking like a firm hold in this country, is when you started to get all these things.
Yeah. So no, specifically feminazis are the people that just straight up hate men and would say things like, well, you're lucky to have a job, as everyone was shocked it was a guy being employed.
Yeah, if she actually said that.
Yeah, allegedly.
She allegedly told Mr. Price. So either she did or she didn't tell Mr. Price. We don't know. We just wanted to share this article with you because we thought it was really interesting and kind of a funny headline. But it sounds, or at least it's being made to sound, kind of serious.
It's still an important part of the this ongoing culture war.
And here's the thing: it is an important part.
You need
because
legislation going here.
that's real equality. Is if a man can go to a court and a judge says this is an arguable case. For the other way around, we always hear about the one side, about the men talking down to women or whatever else. But there is actually, I have a movie in my collection and it's from I think the early to mid '90s.
Okay.
And it's called Disclosure,
Ooh.
and it's with Michael Douglas and Demi Moore, and I believe Donald Sutherland is in
Okay.
it. And apparently, Michael Douglas's character and Demi Moore's character, they were a flame back in the day. Like they
Of
had a
course.
thing. And then years later, she all of a sudden became his boss.
Oh.
Well, she and I'm not going to say spoiler alert because this movie's like 25, 30 years old by now. But she invited him up to her office, and she basically, like, he kept saying, like, she kept trying to, like, actually have intercourse with him and have, you know, all the relations that go along with it. And he kept saying no, no, no. And it was actually on, like, it was accidentally recorded on some voicemail or something. So it was an actual movie about a man coming forward with a sexual harassment and sexual assault case against his female superior. And this movie, like I said, was nearly 30 years ago.
Wow.
Okay? So I don't, listen, those things can happen.
Oh, it definitely
we
happens.
need to stop pretending like it's a male-dominated society. Maybe physically it's a male-dominated society, as we see by the transgender females that dominate female athletics these days.
It's kind of brutal to watch.
But yeah, I don't see why anybody, you know, we believe all women. Why can't we believe some men? You know
At
what
least
I mean?
some.
Like,
What is there, a 1 to 0.75 ratio?
I don't know what it is, but like it
75.
True equality is not a one-way street.
Yeah. No.
And I mean, that's common sense. That should be, you know, easy to break down for anybody. And I think that's about the end of the article here.
Yeah.
I like it's something to think about, but at the same time, it's like, what do you believe in this story about this guy? And whether, like, his either his superior or whatever she was really said those things about him. I mean, and like I said, we still don't know whether this guy did this ironically or if he did it because he legitimately felt harassed.
Either way, it was a great read. What a laugh.
Oh my God, it was a great read. So anyway, that's that, folks. And you know, for Josh Jones, we're going to be signing off here, and we just want to thank you guys, and don't forget to follow Nick's America on YouTube, on Rumble, on BitChute, and follow my the Nick and Goddess page on Facebook. We really appreciate that, and don't forget to follow us on Clapper as well. Thanks, everybody, and we hope you have a great day.